Hey Helen, how you going? Thank you for saying yes to this
Good.
interview and sharing your experience with the coaching program. So I have three questions just to ask you. If you could answer them, it would be
Sure.
much appreciated. So the first question is, what was your experience and overall impact with the coaching program?
Yeah. So I guess the whole program, it was very transformational for me. Um, I loved getting out of the house and going and sitting with a group of like-minded people, um, all to do with self-growth, which I'm really passionate about. One of the main reasons I really resonate with you, probably is the way that you deliver your message and stuff. But I'm a big fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza and John DeMartini, and I know that you've been taught under them. Um, but I just love the whole process of just. I just loved the layout and the learning, the whole experience. I really got to understand who I was, who I am now, where I want to be, and just get clearer direction. So my experience was loved it, absolutely loved it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so my second question is, what specifically did you gain as a result of going through the program?
Yeah, so I guess really having an understanding of my life and how I function, with the experience that has come. One of the biggest things I got from it was when you taught us how to really hone in on our values. And I think, many of us are just walking around blind, but if we really hone in on our values, and I had no idea that they are formed from early childhood and what we perceived that we lacked when we were younger, and it made a lot of sense to me. And now living in my three main values, I don't have any guilt if I am living in them or spend money on them. And I'm really accepting of them. Um, so one of my biggest values is meditation and self development and spiritual growth. So I know it's okay to do that. And so when I have learned that about myself and accept it, I'm very accepting of other people and their values.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and I know the damage that can be done, especially because now I know my husband's values, is if I take them away from him, then you get your clash. So my husband and I, one of the biggest things is it's really helped our relationship because he understands my values, I understand his, and they're different, but we respect each other's values. So
Yep.
it's really gained better relationship and understanding. It's more empowering. Um, I think I've got clearer thought and focus moving ahead with my business. There's I think my favourite technique that you have taught us out of the many, and there was a few biggies that have really impacted me, was just learning about the universal laws, the cause and effect, or how we have this magnetic field. So it's a bit of that law of attraction. We are magnets to what we think and attract.
Yeah.
I think that perceptual neutralizing process was really great, and I've got such a big understanding of that everything, every situation, everything, every person that comes into my life has an equal level of benefits and drawbacks, or pros and cons. And it has really helped me balance and stay more emotionally neutral and less reactive to situations, because if I'm in the negative, there's just as many reasons to think about the positive. But with some of your techniques and that truth will that you make us do, that you've taught us to do, really helps you balance it out, so you're sitting in a happier, more neutral, unemotional place,
Yeah.
I guess. So that's been one of the biggies.
Great. That sounds like a good
So
balance. That is.
yeah, so emotionally, I'm a lot more at ease, I think.
That's
Yeah, and that has an impact on the family and friends, and they can see that sort of thing, my health, stress levels.
yeah,
Um, the quantum tapping, that was also another biggie.
perfect.
Um,
Perfect.
yeah, yep.
All right, good. So the last question, I know you probably answered actually a couple of those answers, I think, in this question. So how have the skills you've learned been for yourself or working with people, or like how have you utilized those skills? I know you mentioned around like a couple of those processes you're using, which is amazing.
Yeah, well, moving forward, the impact's going to be helping me with my counselling practice, so I can use these tools. So I've lived through them and I know that they work. I know how to use them. And I feel in my counselling business, I've now got more of a toolbox that I can come and grab and help people make better decisions and have clearer, knowledge about how we react, and helping break my patterns and breaking other people's patterns and what holds us, small. Um,
Definitely.
One of the biggest things is, yeah, basically getting a better version of ourselves. But to have that empathy and understanding, I think the biggest thing is there's no blame. I've given up the blame. There's so much more self responsibility. So I want people out there, my clients, to stop blaming other people because that gets nowhere, and take self responsibility. So I think using the tools that you have given us, I can help in my career, my counselling business.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much, Helen, for taking the time to answer those questions.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's been life changing.
It's been a pleasure, and thank you. I'm honoured to have you on board and part, and really getting those tools and using them in your practice too with the counselling. I
Yeah,
think it's been amazing watching you grow through the program, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing out there too.
yeah, beautiful, great. All
All
right,
right.
thanks so much,
Helen.
Michael.
Okay. Bye for now.